The Eddas record many tales of dwarves undone by arrogance, lust, or brutality. Wisdom gave these ancestral dwarves powers that compensated for their physical frailty, but it did not ennoble them. Their links to death, wrought in the soil, were spiritual as well as physical. They were the product of a primeval crime, and their characters seemed irredeemably stained by their heritage. In some ways, dwarves were simply creatures of their age. The gods were cunning and brutal, and only through equal measures of deceit and cruelty could dwarves hope to gain the advantage, or even to hold their own. The first mortals will know better. Their dealings with the proud and potent dwarves bared the harshest elements in the characters of both. Such was the case in the Eddic tale of Volund, a dwarf smith who was ill-used and who took a barbaric revenge. With the passage of time, the story has blurred and lost detail, but the play of passions remained clear enough. Volund was a hermit, a forest-dwelling smith whose fame has spread through all the planes of creation. Tales of his weapons of bright steel, his cauldrons and goblets of inlaid silver, and most of all, his rich and intricate work in gold aroused the grasping nature of a mortal queen. She ordered her weak-willed husband to take Volund prisoner so that she alone could enjoy the fruits of his talent. But when the shackled dwarf was dragged before her, she saw the hatred in his eyes and took another step to secure her prize. She ordered a goblin to cut the sinews of his legs, hobbling him. Then she confined the dwarf on an island in a lake, with food, fuel, and a forge to ply his trade for her. But the first treasures that Volund sent to the castle, bowls of bone bound with silver and brooches set with nubs of ivory, embodied a ghoulish revenge. For the two young sons of the royal couple had ventured to Volund's island to see the marvels of his smithing. As the lads gaped, the crippled dwarf, still quick with a dagger, had crept up behind them and severed their heads. He scooped out their brains and pried out their teeth, and so it was that the king and queen unwillingly drank from their sons' brain pans, and adorned themselves with their sons' white teeth. But that did not still Volund's vengeful fury. When the lad's unsuspecting sister rode out to the island to ask the smith to repair a ring, he offered her drugged ale. Hot with lust and vengeance, he ravished her in her body as she slept. Then he left her, a misbegotten child quickening in her womb. He took from a hiding place wings made of gold beaten to airy thinness, the product of a many nights' secret work over a banked fire, and fitted them to his humped shoulders. With helpless legs dangling, he rose from his island prison. Alighting in the royal hall, he laughingly told the king and queen of their children's fates. He left them broken and sorrowing, his revenge complete, and rose into the night sky with heavy wing beats, the gold in his wings flashing in the light of the watchfires, on his way back to his lonely forge in the forest. Barbarity bred barbarity. Some might say that Volund could not be blamed, but scattered through the lore of the Norse dwarves are episodes of unprovoked cruelty, bespeaking a strain of true malignancy in the characters of dwarves. Even the grandest deeds of these ancestral dwarves often were steeped in blood and treachery.